This is where Indian Creek and the Cedar River come together. It's one of the lowest and muddiest spots in the trail. I'm going to go really slowly here. I was worried that it might be underwater. I think it is fairly often. You can see that there's been water here. We had a storm this morning. But the trail itself is dry. Some people enjoying some fishing over there. Don't know if I turn the camera so you can see them or not. Alright, I think I'm going to have to come to a stop here and turn off the camera. Indian Creek, a nice body of water here by the trail. We're past the closed bridge to the nature center, approximately in the middle of the trail. There's a bridge over a gravel road that we'll come to. This is a nice stretch of the trail. It's relatively dry, not as muddy as the earlier stretch. Nice and woodsy on one side of the trail, and the creek on the other side of the trail. And up ahead is the bridge over the gravel road that I'm coming to. Mount Vernon Road. One of the busier streets that the trail passes under. And then it goes over one of several bridges that cross Indian Creek. And yes, I'll have to turn up the camera and stop and shift gears so I can cross this bridge. Just north of Mount Vernon Road. I think I mentioned earlier that we had rain overnight, so this is one of those brilliantly sunny Iowa June days after a thunderstorm when everything looks really green and vibrant, and it's a pleasure to be outside, although it's also kind of muggy and warm. It's in the 80s right now, but I'm taking advantage of a water pack that my daughter gave me for Father's Day. Anyway, one of the nice things about this trail is how shady it is, and this is just a little part of the trail to give you a sense of what it's like. There's lots of puddles on the trail today, lots of places where you have to be really careful. This is honestly not one of the worst because you can see there's a path through the middle of it, but earlier in the trail there were lots of spots where there really wasn't any path at all. Naturally, I'm not going to be videotaping while I cross this, so I'm going to turn the camera off and then ride on. Yeah, that's one of the holes I was talking about that goes all the way across the trail. Again, I can ride, but I have to go nice and slow and be careful not to fall. Getting near the end of the trail. Just a pretty little butterfly on some flowers. The butterfly wasn't being very cooperative. There it is again. Coming to the end of the ride. That's East Post Road up there. The last little bit of the trail has been paved here. This was severely washed out in the floods of 2008. And in repairing it, they gave us this very nice beginning of the trail, which leads to a little park and a neighborhood vine. There it is, Cottage Grove Hill. Steepest hill on the way home from the north end of the Sac and Fox Trail. I've already shifted into granny gear, but naturally I'm going to put the camera away and be out of breath by the time I can reach it again. But I've ridden up this hill a number of times. I've always made it to the top, but it is a bit of an ordeal. Wish me luck. I'm going to stop and take a drink and be on my way. Looking down at the hill that I just climbed. Yes, I'm still alive. It seems a minor miracle. But once again, I have managed to make it up to the top of Cottage Grove Hill, which I suppose is probably good training for any hill that I'll have to climb during RAGBRAI. But still, it's a much better hill to look down on than it was a hill to climb in the first place.